1,000 stripes, borne aloft by the wonders of science and the spirit of freedom. Wherever danger issues a mighty challenge, the Liberty Flyer will go. These are the tales of the Liberty Flyer! Tonight's episode is brought to you by Pollock's Laundry Detergent, now 18% less flammable than the next leading brand. Tonight's story brings us to the isolated Peruvian outpost of Iquitos, in the midst of the mighty Amazon. Where rubber once was king, an insidious threat now looms.
Iquitos, a ramshackle riverside town completely enclosed by dense tropical forest. Stepping out of the plane felt like going under a gigantic magnifying glass. I can feel the sun cooking me like an egg on a skillet.
Better get used to it, Laura. I myself am none too happy about this humidity. It always fogs up my camera.
This is the Plaza del Armas. And Diego said he'd meet us there, in the church.
What a melancholy place. The square is deserted, and there are vultures circling above the church.
I hope this meeting is worth it, Doc. He didn't give you any clues as to why he needed you so urgently?
He said he couldn't risk the letter being intercepted by the Iron Storm. I know Diego, and he doesn't indulge in frivolities. I think we can assume he means business. Oh my God.
These people, they're pale as ghosts.
This isn't a church. It's a makeshift hospital.
There's Diego.
Dr. Sinclaire, thank the Lord you have come. I pray for your safe deliverance. Now you may be the only man who can deliver us from this terrible evil.
Diego, what happened here? Tell me everything.
Iquitos is in crisis. A few months ago, we saw the Iron Storm airship flying over the Maranon River. That night, the rain began. Weeks of it without end. Far beyond what is normal, even for this jungle. Finally, the storm abated. But that is when the true horror began. The flooding brought the mosquitoes. And the mosquitoes brought the sickness. One by one, people fell sick. Our clinic is overwhelmed. Even here in the church, we are running out of beds. It progresses rapidly and none recover. It is unlike anything I or the doctors have treated before.
My God. It's like a waking nightmare. But why me? What can I do against an unknown disease? I can't save these people. I'm an archaeologist, not a doctor.
God works in mysterious ways, Alvas. A week ago, he sent me a sign that it would be you who would save us. Come and you will know. This man was found staggering out of the jungle on the edge of town, half mad with fever and muttering to himself. He kept insisting that he had to find something, that his life depended on him finding one specific place for which we had run deliriously through the jungle looking.
What place?
Where are you going, Santiago?
Manoa? Is he really? He can't be talking about.
Yes, Doctor. The lost city of life.
What's a Manoa?
A lost city fabled to be somewhere along the Amazon. Old Maya legend describes it as a place where the gods reward the faithful with the gift of eternal prosperity. In local folklore, that's traditionally interpreted to mean eternal life. To the Spanish, who defined prosperity differently, the legend acquired a wholly new meaning and a new name. El Dorado.
El Dorado? The city of gold? Oh, if we discover that place, we can pay the audience to see the movie.
I wouldn't get so excited, Eli. Chances are it's just a legend. No civilization ever managed to build cities or monuments of that nature in the Amazon. Even the Inca couldn't conquer it. It's just too hostile.
Are you so sure, Alvas? Didn't you yourself postulate a precursor civilization that spanned the globe?
Yes, but the search for El Dorado has never yielded anything. Well, anything but disease, death, and disappointment.
Alvas, You are not sent here in vain. I know this because I have faith. Perhaps it is time you too had faith. If this city exists, and it has powers of life and health, as the legends say, is it not your duty to do everything in your power to find it, as the only man with the knowledge to do so?
I suppose it may be possible, and with modern technology we could... Well, yes. Yes, it is possible. I will try.
Yes! That's the Alvas I know! Let's get back to the flyer and suit up for a jungle expedition!
We're with you, Alvas. Every step of the way.
Godspeed, my friends.
Well, Doctor, I have made the calibrations you requested to the teletransmitoscope, ready to begin scanning on your mark.
I hope your idea works, Doc. People have been looking for this place for 400 years. Gotta be a lot of pressure.
Now, my idea will work, because we have one thing they didn't have 400 years ago. Modern science. Mannheim, we're now over the rockiest part of the river. Begin scanning the river with the teletransmitoscope now.
Jawohl.
What are we looking for under the water?
We're not far from the last known location of Fernando Artozqui.
The Conquistador?
Oh, that's right. He went missing looking for El Dorado in 1547. If we can find him, we're one step closer to finding Manoa. And this is the most treacherous part of the river, so if a ship were to go missing anywhere, it would...
We have something on the scopograph. It looks like a mass of wood or iron.
The ship! We found the ship!
I knew it would work. In this age of discovery, nothing's a secret anymore. Now, we just...
Alvas, are you all right?
Yes, I just... I just feel a little woozy.
Probably this jungle sun. It's enough to take the steam out of most men. Have some water, Doc.
Yes, I think I will. Mannheim, fly us over that tributary. I have a hunch.
The trees will make it difficult for the teletransmitoscope to pick out the city, Doctor. How do you expect to find it?
But the trees are the key to finding it, Mannheim. When a rainforest is cut down, say for the building of a city, the soil quality is diminished and certain plant species never recover. We're looking for an area of secondary rainforest with a different makeup of trees.
You can tell all that just by glancing at the trees from the air?
Well, it's a little tricky because so much of this land was deforested during the rubber boom a few years back, but you just have to know what you're looking for. There, beside those rapids.
I see it. I see the gold glittering from under the canopy. We discovered El Dorado!
Piece of cake. Now, if only Fernando Artozqui had lived in the age of aviation.
Listeners, as we approach the lost city, we can see a faint glimmer of gold gradually expanding into a vast sparkling mass, partly obscured by huge fig trees. I think I can make out some shapes. Yes, there's a big step pyramid right in the middle, so tall it would be right at home in Times Square. There's other buildings appearing all around. Some of them are of such fantastical shapes and dizzying heights, it's hard to believe that they were built by the hand of man.
And it's gold. It's all made out of gold. The Spaniards were right all along.
Okay, everyone, suit up in your safari gear and pack light. It's going to be humid down there. Wear thick boots for snakes, and and tuck your pants and... Pardon me, I just...
Alvas? Alvas!
I'm sorry, I think I've come down with something.
Catch your breath, Alvas.
Let me help you up, my friend.
What's wrong with him?
He must have caught whatever's afflicting the town.
I feel a little woozy, but I think I...
Maybe we should take him back to the hospital.
No, they said it themselves. They don't know what to do. Wait a minute. Didn't we come here for some kind of eternal life power? We gotta go down there and find it fast.
I feel completely drained. There's no way I can make it through the temple.
Then we'll have to go without you.
Without Dr. Sinclaire, we won't have any idea where to look.
You got any better suggestions?
Oh, Eli, Mannheim's right. I appreciate your sentiment, but without my knowledge, you won't have the first idea where to look. The temple could be riddled with traps and...
What? You think I ain't learned nothing from all our adventures together?
Well...
I ain't letting you die, Doc. Just stay here and rest. Your old pal Eli will be back to save you in no time.
Eli, thank you, my friend. And good luck.
Listeners, the legends are true. The forest has overtaken much of the ruins, but the intricate patterns of gold woven into the stone walls still shimmer in the sunlight as if they were polished yesterday.
This is amazing. We're standing in the legendary lost city of gold. I only wish Alvas was here to see it.
This architecture is remarkable. The engineering is of a quality hardly equaled in our own time.
It seems even the smallest domicile is lined with gilded metalworking. As we traverse deeper into the city, the buildings only get larger and more spectacular, all leading to a grand pyramid at the center. The terraces are overgrown with grass and bushes, but we can see the sunlight playing off the golden tablets that line the temple walls.
Look at this stream. It glitters.
There are flecks of gold running through the water. Oh, it's everything the old 49ers dreamed about.
What's that at the base of the pyramid?
It looks like an encampment. The Iron Storm, perhaps?
Oh, you'd just love it if it was your old buddies, wouldn't you? No, that camp is long deserted. Let's get closer and find out who was here.
Eli. Is it just me, or are we walking on...
Bones. Everywhere. Animal bones and human bones.
They've been partially digested with stomach acid. It's like a gigantic owl pellet. Something that lives here swallows its prey and then spits out the bones.
Great. Another giant monster.
We'll be fine. If we come across it, we'll just have to deal with it. Boy, this camp has seen better days.
That rusty piece of metal. It's an old halberd.
What's this buried into the leaves? It's a flag. White with the Red Cross of Burgundy? The Spanish flag from 400 years ago.
Looks like that conquistador really did find El Dorado. He just never came back.
Let's hope we come back. There, the door in the base of the pyramid. We've entered the pyramid, listeners, and the sight that greets us is astonishing. A massive gilded chamber lined with rich and colorful carvings of feathered warriors and Mesoamerican serpent gods. Vines hang from the vaulted ceiling, and the gold sparkles with reflected shafts of sunlight from the upper windows. In the center of the room is a huge stone basin, like an empty fountain, and it's framed on four sides by great stone jaguars. In the back wall, a magnificent golden door.
That's gotta be it. That's where the Fountain of Youth is.
How do you know?
Look at it. It's like a bank vault. Where else would it be? Let's get it open.
We cannot just make rash assumptions, Herr Franzblauski. We don't know anything about this place. We have to make a plan.
We ain't got any time to hesitate. Alvas is running out of time. I'm going through that door. Now, are you with me or not?
Eli, I think if Alvas were here, he'd agree with Mannheim.
Well, Alvas ain't here. We're doing things my way now. Mannheim, you gonna help me pry this open or not?
I don't think it's safe.
Fine. I'll do it myself. 1, 2, 3, heave!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Laura? What happened?
She fell down a trapdoor.
Laura! Are you okay? Can you hear me down there?
Yes, I'm fine. A little worse for weird, but I landed on some thick moss, and I don't think anything is broken.
The door triggered a trap. We ourselves only missed falling in by a few inches.
Great job noticing that, Mr. Brilliant Engineer.
I've warned you not to open that door, but you wouldn't listen to me.
Don't worry about me. This corridor seems to go somewhere. I've got my flashlight. I'm gonna look for another way out. You boys keep working on finding that fountain. Now, would one of you toss me my recorder? I dropped it when the hatch opened.
Yeah, I got it.
Thanks. I suppose I don't need it. I just like to have it. Now, to find a way out of here. Uh-oh. Something is moving down here. Oh no. I have to hide.
Laura, wait! Where are you going?
There's something chasing me down this hallway. It's just outside my flashlight's reach. I don't hear any footsteps, though.
It's probably a snake.
Thanks, Eli, but it's more like a subway train. This place is like a giant maze. Maybe I can lose it in the corridors.
Alto, señorita, puedo oír tus pasos.
What?
You speak English. Never mind, this way, quick.
All right.
Now, quiet. It's coming this way.
I think it passed us.
See, it won't be back for a while.
Thanks, buddy. I owe you one.
We don't have to whisper. It can only hear our footsteps. After all, it is music to my ears to hear another human voice after all this time.
Sounds like you've been down here a while. Who are you?
I am Fernando. Artozqui. I came here to find El Dorado for the glory of His Majesty Charles V of Spain.
Fernando Artozqui, the conquistador.
I am pleased they still speak of me, even in England. And what is your name? Do you serve the English crown?
Not exactly.
Laura! Laura! Oh, it's no use. Whatever attacked her has chased her far away.
I told you you shouldn't have opened that door. You must think before you act, Eli.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. You're gonna lecture me about the consequences of my actions?
Eli, this really is not the time.
Well, for once you're right about something. Now let's figure this out. Obviously, the door we opened is not the real door to the vault. We gotta get inside as fast as possible so we can get that healing water and go rescue Laura.
Patience, Eli. We must evaluate our surroundings. In engineering lies the answer to our riddle.
Oh, sure. Now you wouldn't happen to have blueprints to this place, would you?
Those stone jaguars. Look at the bases.
They just look like circles to me.
They can be rotated. What if the 4 jaguars are a giant combination lock? We orient them properly.
And the door opens.
Precisely.
All right, great. Let's move this statue.
Well, just turn it 10 degrees to the left and heave!
Wow, that was almost too easy.
I haven't felt this strong in years. Something about this place is making me feel invigorated. Let's rotate to the 90-degree position and listen for mechanisms clicking.
All right, 1, 2, 3. I hear something happening. Oh, that ain't good. Hit the deck!
That bladed pendulum almost hit us.
Rotate the jaguars, huh? Why, I oughta.
Eli, there is bound to be some trial and error.
Then why do you get so mad at me for opening the door?
Because you didn't think first.
What, I'm the one not thinking?
Why, you
You're the one that's not
scruffy
thinking,
looking.
pal.
This isn't
Let me
your
tell
world, you know.
I've been putting up with
Some
you.
people live in it.
Will Eli and Mannheim reconcile their differences in time to save Dr. Sinclaire? Will Laura outsmart the deadly Serpent? Stay tuned and find out. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Oh!
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm a fireman.
Yes, hello. Is there a fire?
I'm afraid so. Your neighbor, Mrs. Daltry's house is burned down.
Oh, my!
She's dead.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yes, well, luckily the cat was away at the time.
Oh, good.
Well, I don't want to keep you too long. I just have to ask you. What kind of laundry detergent do you use?
Why, I use Pollux.
Well, looks like my work here is done. Pollux is 18% less flammable than the leading competitor.
That's why it's the brand of choice in my household.
Sounds like I'm needed elsewhere.
Sounds like someone didn't choose Pollux.
If you like clean without the bollocks, go to your store and ask for Pollux. No fires. We now return to our exciting drama.
After our ship ran aground, I took 20 of my men and marched inland. We found our city of gold, and with it, a terrible menace. We fell down here just like you did. The beast hunted us down one by one. Only I was able to survive.
In all these years, you've never found a way out?
I've been too focused on staying alive. The Serpent is tenacious, and I've had to be very clever to stay alive. I've lost track of how long it's been. You said years. How many? 10? 15?
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, but it's 1927.
Dios mío! 400 years, that cannot be, but somehow, I know it must be so. I feel it.
That doesn't explain how you're still alive. You don't look a day over 30.
I have wondered that myself over the years. The legend said the fountain of eternal life would be here. Little did we know, eternal life would not be a blessing, but a curse. I cannot die, and neither can the Serpent. Not until one of us kills the other.
It'll be different now. My friends and I can help you escape.
¿Qué cosa? How did it find us so soon? No matter. Follow me, I have another hiding place.
I'll follow your lead. I think we lost it.
Bueno. We are here, the center of the labyrinth. We should be safe for a while. I hope.
I can hardly believe you've survived like this all these years. There's got to be some way to fight back.
There is no way. At first, I and my companions sought to kill the beast, but we all failed. Its wounds healed every time we struck it. Nothing short of a killing blow would do. Worse, with each year it grows larger. When we first encountered it, it could swallow a man whole. Now, it could swallow 10.
Well, we have to try. Maybe we can at least survive until Eli and Mannheim find a way to rescue us.
There are others with you?
Yes. They're smart and brave, and I'm sure they'll get us out of here. They're probably working on it right now.
And if you had just let me handle it, it'd be fine.
Eli, I'm sorry it didn't work. I was only trying to help.
Well, maybe I don't need your help. I've been in more temples than you have. I'm more, qualified.
Eli, it wasn't me who dropped Laura through a trapdoor.
Don't you lecture me. You're the one who thought it was genius to release a giant swinging pendulum.
Enough! You are being ridiculous. We have both made mistakes today. Both our friends are in danger, and this quarreling is wasting precious time. Now, are we going to work together or not?
Fine, but under protest.
I'll take note of it in the flyer's log.
Well, I suppose we shouldn't just wait around for them. Are you sure there's no way?
Wait. I hear the Serpent. Put out your torch, quick.
Do we need to hide?
He has no ears and is half blind with age. He can neither hear us nor see us in this darkness. But he can smell us. Keep absolutely still. He can sense a movement.
I've heard that one before. He's inches from my face.
Dios mío.
Oh, thank God. It's gone.
I am amazed you are still alive.
I could smell its breath on my face, and I saw one of its horrible fangs, glittering and green. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Why would its tooth be...
That is the source of his power. The ancient people who lived here replaced his tooth with a wicked pagan gem. I believe it is why the beast can heal, and perhaps why I, too, cannot die. But I do not understand how it found us so quickly. Normally it takes hours to sniff me out again.
It seemed to be paying more attention to me than you. Wait, that's it.
What's it?
My bug repellent. It can smell my bug repellent.
Your what?
Bug repellent. It keeps mosquitoes away.
Why couldn't they have invented that 400 years ago?
If it's attracted to my bug spray, we could use that to lure it into a trap.
It's no use. The beast cannot die, and even if it could, we have no way out of here.
Maybe it could be our way out. You said it's half blind. If we could get it chasing us, following the smell of my bug spray, maybe we could get it to ram its head straight into the outer wall and punch its way through like a battering ram.
You may be onto something. There is a wall carving, the feather god, on the southwest corner of the labyrinth. And when it rains, outside water bleeds through. It must be made of porous volcanic rock.
That's perfect. It'll take agility, though. We'll have to be ready to leap out of the way at the last moment.
I have lived long enough. To get out of here, I am willing to court death.
It's no use. None of these stones are pressure plates. I've stepped on all of them half a dozen times.
Well, we'll just have to try something else.
Easy for you to say. I'm the one trying to save my pal over here.
Eli, how could you say such a thing? Right. Clearly, you have something you want to say to me. So, go on. Say what you have been thinking ever since I told you about my shelf and the Red Baron. I may as well throw these tools down until you come out with it.
Well, how could you do it to us, Mannheim? You saved the guy we're all working so hard to stop. Didn't you think something like this might happen? Didn't you?
I did. And I regret it every day.
I saw so many pilots go down fighting him. Friends of mine. Young, brave men. I made it my personal mission to stop that guy. I fought tooth and nail in the icy wind to stop him from hurting more people. I had him in my sights, and you saved him from me. And then, you had the gall to keep it secret like a coward and masquerade as our friend. How could you do that?
You aren't wrong, Eli. I kept it secret because I was ashamed. Ashamed of the damage I had done in my moment of weakness. I should have seen what I was doing. I should have seen the monster that I was unleashing.
How could you have not seen it? How could you have not seen it? I don't buy for a second that you didn't know what you were doing.
Eli, he was a friend. A monster, yes, but a friend. In that moment, seeing him unconscious in the burning plane, I forgot the monster. I saw only the friend in need, and I didn't think about the consequences. I just needed to save my friend. Surely you can understand that.
Ah, shucks, Mannheim. You know, I suppose there's nothing I also wouldn't do for a pal in a bind. I'm just so frustrated that I'm trying to save Alvas, and he's not here to do the Alva stuff. If he were here, he'd just look around, and he would know what to do. He'd just look at that wall carving, and he'd say something. He'd say, those people are giving offerings of gold to the king in exchange for being rewarded with access to a magic green rock of eternal life. Wait a minute.
Eli, did you just figure it out?
I think I did. That basin in the center of the room. What can you tell me about it?
It looks weighted to me. I think if we fill it up, it will sink into the floor.
That's it! We gotta fill it up with gold, and it'll open the doorway beneath us. There's gold all over this place. Grab some treasure and get to filling. Alvas, we're coming to get you, old pal.
Oh, I hope Laura is okay.
All right. It's 100 yards down this corridor to the breakthrough point.
Once I open this bottle, the pungent smell of concentrated bug repellent should draw him right to us. We run to the end of the corridor, then you jump left, and I'll jump right. He won't know which way to go, and he'll smash right into the wall.
I hope you're right. At this point, I'm willing to try anything.
All right. I hope you're ready for your bug spray bath. I'm opening the bottle.
Sounds like he smelled that.
Here he comes. And... run!
He's right behind us.
We're almost there. And... jump!
Ah!
Fernando? Did you make it?
Yes. By some miracle, I am alive. The wall is not broken.
It didn't work. The stake's not moving. Is he dead?
No. Unconscious, maybe. But not for long. We should...
Wait. What's this?
A tooth crystal. It's been knocked right out of his mouth.
My word. This isn't any ordinary jade. This is a Zambulin shard.
What?
I'll explain later. But right now, we need to... The ceiling. It's opening up. A spiral staircase is descending. And... Eli? Mannheim?
Laura, you won't believe it! We figured out the puzzle! Glad you're safe! Now, where's that fountain of youth?
It's not a fountain. It's a Zambulin shard with healing powers.
Incredible! All the gold of El Dorado was just payment from outsiders to use the shard's power.
But if you tried to get in without paying, you get stuck here for life. Talk about a racket.
Not that this isn't fascinating, gentlemen, but I think we should make use of that staircase.
Agreed. Let's go. My God, it's bright up there. Madre de Dios. All the gold of El Dorado lies before me, yet I want none of it.
Hey, we've all seen enough of this place for one day.
One day. Try a lifetime.
Say, what's eating your friend, Laura?
I'll explain later. Now let's get back to the...
If it isn't the intrepid crew of the Liberty Flyer. Thank you for doing the legwork for me.
Victor Raznovich.
And a whole platoon of monkey soldiers.
Who you calling a monkey?
I see my old colleague, Dr. Sinclaire, is not with you. I certainly hope some horrible fate has not befallen him. Impressive that you were able to recover the shard without his aid. Did you not wonder why the rains appeared here so suddenly? We knew it would bring the disease-ridden insects, and we knew your weak hearts would not be able to resist the siren call of helpless peasants in need. I must thank you for following through. You have spared us much trouble, but your troubles are just beginning.
Should we shoot them?
I think the Red Baron will want these ones alive. The flyer! It's behind us!
Delivery fire! Run! Everyone now! Everyone
You win this time, but we'll be back.
Ha ha! Good thinking, Mannheim. Setting the flyer to autopilot.
I didn't. But Ratwing is still under repairs.
There he is. Alvas! He's unconscious.
Slumped over the turret gun. He must have used the last ounce of his strength to save us.
Bring that healing shard.
Where am I?
You're on the flyer, buddy. You're with friends, and all healed up, thanks to a Zambulin shard.
Eli? You got it all by yourself? I must say, I'm impressed. God, my head hurts. Thank you, Eli.
Oh, it was nothing. I had some help from Mannheim and Laura. Besides, you're the one who saved our hides at the end.
I did?
You piloted the flyer and saved us from Victor Raznovich with a hail of cover fire.
Well, I have no recollection of that. I must have been delirious.
All the same, I thank you for it, pal.
Well, we ought to get back to Iquitos and get that plague cured. And, who are you?
Fernando Artozqui, the conquistador.
I think I need a little more sleep.
Senor Artozqui, where would you like us to take you?
Leave me in Lima for now. I think I have a square named after me there. It'd be nice to see.
You got it, buddy. Mannheim, fire up the engine. We got a town to save.
Rotvang, full speed ahead.
This has been Golden City of the Serpent God, starring Rissy Dollins as Laura Lamour, Nicky Shane as Eli Franzblauski, Josh Pinkowski as Dr. Alvas Sinclaire, and Mark Scoggins as Mannheim Munsterberg. You also heard David Atsbaha as Fernando Artozqui, Angel Castillo as Diego, Ivan Sharudo as Victor Raznovich, and Matt Fazio and Kelsey Osborne during the commercial break. Additional voices were supplied by your humble narrator, Chris Nebergall. Tales of the Liberty Flyer is produced by Drew Franzblau and Chris Nebergall, with music by Bobby Brader. Thanks for listening, and keep your eye on the skies for the Liberty Flyer!